Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Banjo-Tooie. Last time we continued to explore more Terrydactyland, and as Mumbo this time we went around making a whole bunch of stuff bigger, which include Wubba's wigwam here. It's a very big tent as you can see, much bigger than last time we seen this tent in the world. And we did actually enter this tent before and use the transformation, the baby T-Rex. Well, this time around, let's go ahead and jump into the giant pool here inside of Wubba's house. In doing so, we'll transform into the T-Rex again, but this time, it's not a baby. It's all grown up. What am I call this? Daddy T-Rex. Use left stick to move and X to make much noise. Yeah, so this one is definitely a lot more menacing than the baby T-Rex. It can definitely do a lot more. And a lot more, I mean two things. This transformation really isn't that useful, if you want to be honest. Kind of like the baby T-Rex. In general, the T-Rexes aren't really that useful in general, but they are a pair. We needed to become the baby T-Rex so we can go ahead and learn to roar, because I want to go ahead and roar at this caveman to scare him away. Ah, that's scary. Me must go change loincloth. Now that we scared him away, we can go ahead and enter that cave now, but can't do it as this giant T-Rex, he won't fit. So let's go ahead and make our way back through this giant hole. This is the whole reason why this cave is this big. This is the only way to get over here is the T-Rex. Really one of the only areas we can actually get to is the T-Rex. Speaking of which, this area we need to come through as the giant T-Rex because there is a switch here we can only hit as this giant T-Rex. Inside is a Jinjo. We can't reach it as the T-Rex alone, but we needed this giant thing to open up the gate. So activate the gate, come back inside of Wubba's house here, transform back into Banjo-Kazooie, and immediately run outside to grab the Jinjo. As you can see, when we're going into loading zones and when we're watching cutscenes like transforming back into the Baron Bird, the timer stops. They give you 30 seconds, which is more than enough time to get this Jinjo. I always get this Jinjo after about 10 seconds pass, so it's really not that much of a concern. Once you get the Jinjo, then the door will always stay open, so there is that, but there's never any reason to go back in there. But that's it. That is everything we can do with the T-Rex, and as you can tell, that was a pretty quick trip. Like, there's really not much you can do, unfortunately, with the giant T-Rex. Even though that thing looks so cool, and you could just walk over enemies to kill it with that thing, but since it can only be used with two things in general, it didn't really feel all that menacing, unfortunately. But that's done. Now, there's really not much for us to do down below here, so it's time for us to scale more of this mountain. Coming inside of Ooga Booga's cave here, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some spring shoes, because we want to go ahead and use these spring shoes to go ahead and jump up. I almost fell there, that would have been bad. So let's jump up here to get to the nest, as the sign says. You down there! Steal my eggs, would you? Then take this! I don't know what you're thinking I did, but I definitely didn't take any eggs. This is not great. I'm getting whatever the goop thrown at me. I don't know if this is supposed to be feces, spit, but either way, I'm not comfortable, so let's just keep on moving. Maybe I should have just went inside that cave from the caveman we scared away. We could have done that, but I kind of want to come up here because we got ourselves this pad. I want to go ahead and hit that, and looks like we got some more dialogue. Ah, you made it. Come on. I dare you to come up the stairs. I'll show you what happens to egg-robbing bears. Oh, you're challenging me to a challenge now, huh? Well, challenge accepted. I'm coming up there to fight you. Let me go ahead and cycle through my eggs because you want to have grenade eggs selected for this. It'll definitely help out. But let's go ahead and enter Terry's nest. Give me back my eggs, you filthy, light-fingered bear. What eggs are those? Don't play the fool with me. I want my eggs back, or else. Or else what? You're due to become extinct soon anyways. Maybe so, but not before you two. This is Terry. Gotta be very careful with Terry here because he'll go ahead and spit out more of his goop at you. As you can see, it definitely hurts, but after a bit, he reckons he can get a better vantage point by moving around. which gives us more than enough time to go ahead and go into first person mode and shoot them up. This is why I say use grenade eggs, because it does a lot of damage to Terry. Those eggs hurt. I'm off for a rest while the mucoids soften you up. So these little things, not really that bad. Just a couple attacks and they're already dead. Hey, where'd all my snotty buddies go? You stole them, just like my precious eggs. We didn't steal anything. We murdered. Please don't think we murdered your kids next. I can't go through that. That'd be too much. There's Terry. Let's go ahead and shoot him up with some more grenade eggs. And he's almost dead already. He's down below half health, so at this point he's going to spit out more of his goop at us. I really don't want to think about this one too much. I mean, this is a lot of snot-looking stuff. You know, at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and attack you all at once. Make it a lot easier. Just use Wonder Wing. Let's go ahead and use Talon Trot here to move around quick. I was hoping I was going to grab those as grenade eggs, but you know, I need some ice eggs too, so that's fine. Keep on taking some pot shots here from the spit, but it's not really that big of a deal because I already had full health before. So now let's go ahead and go in the first person mode once again and continue to shoot up Terry here, hopefully for the last time. We're one shot away, and of course you want to go ahead and spit out more of your mucus. Well, that's fine. We'll kill off your little slimy friends one more time. And one more grenade egg should definitely take out Terry. Alright, everyone come towards me. Take a big old hug. Unfortunately, these guys aren't really coming close. I might as well just take them out with a standard attack. Alright, get back on Kazooie's back once more. Wait for these shots. And just continue to move around. Gonna wait for these eggs to cycle to grenade eggs. Definitely want some more of those. Looks like Terry's done spitting, so now it's time to go in the first person. Try to find out where Terry is. There you are. Shoot your grenade egg, and that should be the fight. Stop it. I had enough. I tried my best, but I'll never get my eggs back from you now. We haven't got your eggs, Terry. You haven't? Oh dear. Sorry about the rough stuff. That's alright. I enjoyed it. Perhaps we could keep a lookout for your eggs. Would you? That would be real nice of you. There are 4 eggs to find, which must be ready for hatching right around now. Leave with us, Terry. Please find the eggs for me before I become extinct. I'll give you half of the reward now, and half later. To help you get my eggs back, I'll also let you use this. Well, thank you for the jiggy. I appreciate it. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and make a hole in your nest. Drop it down here, gives you another jiggy. I don't need your second reward. I already got it. See ya, sucker. No, in fact, actually, that wasn't the reward Terry was talking about. There are actually 3 jiggies that Terry can give you. One for defeating him as a boss. The second one for bringing back all his kids, but funny enough, that 3rd jiggy is under Terry's nest, so this might as well be 3. Oh boy. This isn't gonna end well. Aim for the water. That was really close. If I fell on the ground, I would have probably just died right then and there. That's not great at all. Well, I kind of want to get into that area we were making our way over to, so I might as well show this. We didn't show this the first time we were inside this cave, so might as well do that this time, because now it actually makes a lot more sense. So we're going to go ahead and make our way over to this flight pad, and we're going to fly all the way to the top of this little cave here. Because doing so, we will see that up here, if I can go ahead and make my way into first person, we can see the little cage area there from Terry's nest. And over here, we got ourselves an egg. So we definitely want to remember that for now, but also there's a gate that's blocking our way. So we can't do anything with that, unfortunately, from down here. So my idea was just shot in the foot. Kind of forgot about the gate, I'm not going to lie. I don't normally fall down from the mountain and have to fly my way back up. This is definitely a first, so I guess I'm using those useless pads that I made in front of Mumbo's house just so I can get to his warp pad. This is why you definitely need to grab that warp pad at the top of the mountain, because anything could hit you and then you fall to the very bottom. So if that ever happens, you definitely want to have that warp pad so you can easily make your way back up the mountain. So let's go ahead and warp to the top. And let's try this again. This time we're going to outrun all these creatures. Maybe this one actually attack. Okay, you definitely hit me, but this time... Okay, that's not the move I was expecting. I was definitely wanted to take him out, but I was expecting to jump and then attack, not do a roll attack. That was a little scary. But here is the bonfire cavern. We want to go ahead and put out these flames so we can go ahead and platform around. Take out this dinosaur here before it becomes a problem. And we want to go ahead and take out the second flame. Make our way across this cave. Be very careful here. It's very easy to just miss your jump and fall. And if you fall in this cave, this is just one giant bottomless pit below you. So if you fall, you're gonna die. So do your very best not to fall before you make it over to the other side. Because over here is the Stomping Plains. I want to go ahead and activate that warp now, because we need to separate Banjo-Kazooie. And in particular, we need Kazooie. Making our way forward here. We got some menacing music. This definitely sounds like a boss fight waiting to happen. This is the Stomp on a Dom. This guy is very menacing. At the same time, we can easily avoid his attacks by hiding into his little footholes here. So, we definitely want to avoid his feet at all costs, because just getting hit at all from this thing will crush us and put us down to one honeycomb. I am not kidding. If I had a full row of honeycombs right now, this will basically two-shot me. They're generous enough to not one-shot you with this, but it is very, very deadly, so it almost feels like it could be a one-shot. We need to come here with just Kazooie alone, because that will reveal a Jinjo. And as you can see, we had Kazooie alone switch, a Banjo alone switch, and a Banjo-Kazooie switch. We can't get the Banjo switch right now because Banjo is too slow to make it across this entire field on his own. So we need to just go ahead and use Banjo-Kazooie for now, and remember about the Banjo switch for much later. With Banjo-Kazooie, we can go ahead and just easily bypass this whole challenge by using our Wonder Wing power. So we're just walking through here without a care in the world, getting a bunch of stomps, and it's fine because we are invincible. But at the very end here, I'll go ahead and just show this off. We're crushed, and look at how much my health went down. I went all the way down to 1 bar, so definitely be very careful when you're going through the stomping grounds because it's very easy to get killed here. So there you go. That's another Jiggy. And at this point, I want to go ahead and make my way back to the entrance. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get squished. This is fine. I save the progress of getting that Jiggy, and I get to see a very goofy looking Banjo-Kazooie. So that works for me. So there you go. Back down to the entry point of Terrydactyland here. And here, let's go ahead and make our way into that cave we opened up earlier with the giant T-Rex. We can go ahead and actually explore this area now. I've been wanting to do this for a little while, but now that we defeated Terry, there's a good reason to come in here. We seen in one of those cutscenes that there was an egg inside of a cave. This is the cave it's in. Hello? You should see someone about that stabber. Not stammer. Freezing cold. Cave no central heating. No food either. Booga try guard outside cave. Please go warn cave up and give food. You got Jiggy? Maybe. Warmth and food first. Alright, we'll help warm you up. Because luckily for us, we can ignite fire with an egg. We warm, but still need food. Junk food good. I'll remember that here for just a moment. For now, let's go ahead and break open that rock. And we got ourselves some split up pads, so we know what to do at this point. Split up the two and swap to Kazooie, because Banjo alone basically can't do anything in this world, seems. He will have his use soon enough. But for now, we'll go ahead and separate the two. And we got another Chime in here freezing, so let's go ahead and swap to fire eggs. I'm not sure why I had the ice eggs on by default when I just used fire. That's a little weird. Be warm, but still need food. Junk food good, just like my friend said. And again, we'll remember that for later, because we don't have access to food right now. This place really can only give us rocks. This guy's doing jumping jacks to keep himself warm. That's very different. But let's just go ahead and warm him up, and now he can just do jumping jacks for fun. Be warm, but still need food. I also like junk food, just like my brothers. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for some fire eggs. Fill back up on those. And also I'm gonna fill up on grenade eggs, because we kinda need them after the Terry fight. Gonna go ahead and jump up here, and we're gonna go ahead and use our hatch move we learned oh so long ago. This is a move we learned with really no proper use of it yet, but now we can definitely use it. That's one of my precious babies! Aw, isn't it cute? I'm surprised it can already fly the second it came out of the egg. That's not how nature works. They need to learn how to fly on their own first. And that takes time. They don't learn how to fly in a second. Apparently these babies do. So, let's go ahead and make our way down here, because we got ourselves this switch we can go ahead and hit, which will actually lead us back into Witchyworld. Those guys, they said they want junk food. Let's go ahead and give it to them. Oh no, I fell. Whatever shall I do? You know, it's fine. I'll continue walking. Hey, how you doing there with the hammer? How are you? Can you show me how it works? Oh, thank you. Let me give you a hug for your efforts. Oh, let's just continue hugging. I think I got enough love for him. Is that really electricity? Oh, it is, but maybe it'll work better with just Banjo. Nope, still hurts. Well, it's fine. We'll remember that for later. For now, let's continue on. Oh, the slot machines. Let me play. Oh, well, I definitely lost. I'll have to try again some other time. So you can see what I'm doing at this point. I'm intentionally damaging myself down to 1 HP. I need to go ahead and get me some junk food, so I'm going to get me some burgers and fries. But to leave here, I want to be on low health. The reason being is because we're going to do something called a death warp. This is what we did leaving the stomping grounds to get back to the entry point of Terrydactyland. So, in order to leave Witchyworld right now with the junk food, we can leave through the entryway we came through in Terrydactyland, but the catch is if we do that, well, the only way up there is to use a power that's not available to us just yet. Instead, we have to kill ourselves basically to get back up there. This power we need actually is available in the next world, in World 6. So if you're not comfortable doing what I'm about to do, you don't want to have a death playthrough at all. If you're trying to go for a deathless run, I say wait and do this later, because you will have the ability to natively do this without basically cheating in the next world. So remember that for later. But for now, are you kidding me? I'm not on the pad. Let me go over a little bit more. For now, we definitely want to go ahead and do this, because this is really our only way to get back to Terrydactyland. I have to be careful at this point not to take too many extra hits, because I definitely don't want to lose here. So let's just be very careful. Now at this point, I want to go ahead and find that lost kid, because we learned that move for Banjo and we never used it in Terrydactyland, and this is going to be our first use for that said move. Unfortunately though, as you can see, I'm kind of doing a scavenger hunt, because for each playthrough, this is going to be different. Your bear is going to be located in a different place. This is for the final Jiggy here in Witchyworld. So because these bears can be different in each file, I'm going to go ahead and make my way to where the bear I need to find is in my game. Here he is. He's in the train station. Kind of forgot that he was here because when I was practicing this game, my practice file had this bear spawn next to Mumbo's house, so I thought he was there for some reason. That's what I get for practicing this game right before I recorded, having these guys in different locations. So this guy here says, oh, I'm too tired out from eating food now, so I can't walk, so can you carry me? And we couldn't do that originally because we had no way of carrying this guy. Now, though, we do. Having our newly acquired backpack move here from Terrydactyland, we can go ahead and just throw the whole dude in our backpack. Not sure how he fits, but to be fair, we stuffed Kazooie in the backpack, so anything can happen. So let's just make our trip a little bit quicker here and just warp back to the world entry. And let's go ahead and return the final kid here to his mother. What did I tell you about not running off? I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry isn't good enough, young man. You've been eating again, haven't you? Well, you still better want your dinner. It was that strange bear, Mom. He made me eat this burger. Enough of your lies. Well, I think we all had enough excitement today. Time to go back home to Hailfire Peaks. Boggy be wondering where we gone to. You better have the dinner in the oven. Bye then. Thanks again, Banjo. Take this Jiggy I found in the ticket office earlier. How did you find this in the ticket office? Were you in there trying to get free tickets? Man, Mother of the Year. Loses her kids, beats on the one for eating too much, and then steals from the ticket office. Come on. You can do much better than that. So let's go ahead and warp back over to where Kazooie is. And now to go ahead and show things, if I go ahead and pause the game and look at our totals here for Witchyworld, you will see that now we have everything. That was the last Jiggy we need here, so Witchyworld is 100% complete. So let's go ahead and make our way back over to Terrydactyland. And just to show things again, you don't have to do this Death Warp because in the next world, to kind of spoil things a little bit here, we will learn how to use these shoes. These shoes are what you use to get back to Terrydactyland from Witchyworld. But in my case, we're just going to go ahead and just damage ourselves down here. Doing so, we will be warped back up here. And there are no signs here saying we can't take food, so if we go back into this door, now we're back into Terrydactyland, and if I check into my totals here and look at my object and items, as you can see, we have ourselves 5 burgers and 5 fries. This little entry point between World 3 and 5, this is how you actually can take food out of Witchyworld, which is convenient for us because these cavemen are hungry. Me warm, but still need food. Junk food good. You need food, you got. You give? Yeah, sure. That's tasty. Me all happy now. So you get the idea. We're gonna go around and give all these guys some food, and then they'll all be happy. They'll be warm, they'll have food in their stomach, but I'm not sure why these guys really like junk food all that much when all they're doing is eating dirt. How did they get a liking for junk food to begin with? Did they actually go to Witchyworld, and if they did, how did they get back? I couldn't get back here that easily. How did they get back? At least these guys are happy. Not gonna question too much how they were able to get that junk food back into their cave, but hey, if they find a way to do it, then they find a way to do it. Give them more props to them. I mean, we found a way to get into Witchyworld and back here pretty weirdly, so maybe they did something similar. Who knows? This is the final caveman that needs food, so let's go ahead and give him some fries. And that's all 3 of them fed. So all of them are fed. All of them got some worth. So that's that taken care of. Baron Bird friends save Ooga Booga tribe from extinction. Must have reward now. This camera really doesn't know where to go to show that Jiggy. Why are there teeth marks on it? He thought Choco was inside. I'm guessing now you don't really have any teeth because these jiggies must be really hard. Hard enough probably to shatter your teeth. But there you go. That's another jiggy now in Terrydactyland, so that's that. So we got ourselves a good amount of progress here made, both in this world and in a previous one. So I think we're doing pretty good. So with that said, I'm actually going to go ahead and end the episode on that note. Next time on Let's Play Banjo-Tooie, we'll go ahead and finish up everything we do here in Terrydactyland for now by hatching a bunch of eggs. I'll see you guys next time.